I'd first like to ask you about that it is stated face masks reduce the risk of COVID-19 infection by as much as 65%. Is it actually true? And how effective are cloth or homemade masks in protecting us against the virus?
Thank you, Pooja. Let me tell you, we in the Twitter, um, we have a hashtag wear a face mask, be a face mask warrior. And we had a lot of support from Twitter, and we had shared a lot of experience. And yesterday itself, when I went for a walk, almost 50 out of 52 people which I met on the walk, 22 were not exactly wearing masks in the proper manner. I have a habit of telling them, seven people, I told them, and five complied and two did not comply. And one of them said that I can't breathe when the mask is on. So this is the state of affairs currently in Delhi. And as Dr. Guleria has rightly said, if we are not going to observe a proper face mask wearing and social distancing, we are going to have another ascending curve in a short period of time. Now, as far as face masks are concerned, there are let me clarify this issue. One is the simplest is the cloth mask, and which can be made at home. It can be made with one layer or two layers. The usual coffee filter or tea filter can be put along with the cloth to make a mask. Now, this mask is okay. It is a physical barrier. It can be effective in around 40 to 50% of the cases, but not particularly effective. If a person comes near you who is emitting virus all the time. The second type of face mask which commonly used is the surgical face mask, which is a three-layered mask, and this has a capacity to stop around about 2,000 micron, particles coming to you, which does not include virus. So virus will go through it. So it's, at the most is a physical barrier, and it is not tight fitting, and the things around it, spaces, and the virus and other particles will go through. So the third kind of mask, which is the N95 mask, is the mask which filters 95% of the any particle and will stop 100 to 300 micron particles from coming in. Now remember, the virus has 120 micron, so it may stop coronavirus, though it is not 100%. And so this is something which is worn by a healthcare worker. So if suppose you are going out for a walk or meeting people, a surgical mask will be good enough. If you are dealing with an infected patient or a healthcare worker, it is the N95 mask. Now remember, there is a question going around that the mask with walls.
Yes, I want to come to you about that. There is a lot of controversy going on around the mask with the walls. Because recently the center has written to all the union territories, also warning them against the use of N95 masks with walled respirators. So what is what is about this inappropriate use of this mask? How do we need to know?
Let me tell you that as far as coronavirus is concerned, there is no controversy about these masks. These masks are not made for coronavirus because if you wear this mask, if you wear an N95 mask, you will get a lot of perspiration and heat over the face. And so to prevent that, there is a valve which you can exhale here air, and inhaled air is still filtered, so-called filtered. So actually, if you are asymptomatic coronavirus, harboring coronavirus, you will exhale coronavirus through this mask. So it is not good for coronavirus. It may be good for other particulate matters, but not for corona. So I tell all my patients, in case you are using N95 first, you don't need to use, but in case please don't use valve or any kind of device, which is plastic devices also there, which are one way and so on, two valves, one valve, and things like that. They should not be used in current situation.
Okay. So you're saying the cloth masks are the best in that case? With filters?
I would say if you are going out to meet people or you are going out for the walk, I think just surgical mask will do. Make sure that it covers up from here to here and a little tight fitting. Now remember, the surgical masks are have the strings which go beyond the ear,
Yeah.
which are not exactly tight fitting. And some surgical masks have the string which go all around. Now those are tight fitting, and N95 masks have those strings. So a fit has to be good, a cover has to be good, and surgical mask for most purpose will work. But a healthcare worker who's dealing with patients repeatedly, or specifically those with the coronavirus, must have a N95 mask, all the time. And there are various other advisories regarding that. I don't want to go into that.